Coming up on the Uplift, a dream of a lifetime. We're going to tell you why a difficult battle in the hospital allowed one girl to live out her wish on the Vikings sideline. Then, how sports can change lives. The story of one Minnesota teen using the field to stay off the streets. And two young boys making a huge difference. How they are using their favorite team to give back to sick kids. Welcome, friends, to the Uplift. In this digital series, we're going to be sharing some of our favorite stories we hope will put a smile on your face. It's our goal to lift your spirits for at least the next 30 minutes and hopefully for a lot longer. I'm Susan Elizabeth Littlefield. Thank you, friends, for being with us. A local business is being recognized as one of America's top small businesses of the year. Levels is a luxury designer streetwear brand now located at the Mall of America. And what makes it even more special is that this location is a comeback for store owner Daniel Johnson Jr. Before this, his store was among the many that had been burned down along Lake Street following the unrest after George Floyd's murder. Johnson says he was determined to open up his doors again because he knew it was what the community needed to grow. Now, he is seeing his success pay off. He was recognized as one of America's top small businesses and top 10 in the Midwest by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce.
We're just ecstatic. Like, I just owe everything to my team. You know, I have a beautiful team around me that believes in the mission.
Levels is open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 9 p.m. and Sundays, 11 a.m. through 7 p.m. Now to a truly special moment at U.S. Bank Stadium. It didn't happen at the center of the field, but rather on the sidelines. Ethan Glenn is a Bloomington Jefferson sophomore. He was paralyzed during a football game last year, and check this out. He got to meet Vikings All-Star wide receiver Justin Jefferson on the sidelines before the game. They posed for a quick picture, and JJ even signed his jersey. The best part is that it was the last thing that Ethan ever expected to happen.
How cool was that?
That was crazy.
Did you know that Justin Jefferson was gonna come over here?
Surprised me as much as surprised you.
Another huge win at a Vikings game this season. A teenager from Apple Valley had a night she will never forget. WCCO's Marielle Mose shows us this special sideline moment.
Come on in, Sylvia.
It was a teenage dream, walking into this locker room with the warmest welcome. On this primetime football night, 16-year-old Sylvia Miller is a Minnesota Vikings cheerleader.
I've always loved the Vikings cheerleaders. Every time I go to a game, I love watching them.
Sylvia got the full experience of a cheerleader on game day, from professional hair and makeup to her own cubby in the locker room and team headshots.
Got her picture up there, do you see that?
But most importantly, she was treated like a team member.
Good luck.
For Sylvia, this experience was a much-needed distraction.
She was only born with one kidney that was damaged and never fully formed and full of cysts.
Jacqueline Miller says her daughter underwent a kidney transplant this past summer. Her medical team at the Mayo Clinic nominated Sylvia for Make-A-Wish, and her wish was to meet the Vikings and be a cheerleader.
She could spell Vikings before she could spell her own name. Harrison Smith said hi to me, and that was crazy. I was flabbergasted.
Once ready to go, Sylvia stood on the sideline for showtime, in awe of her heroes running past her. Then she was given pom-poms and got to cheer for the very first of the game.
This is something that I'll remember forever.
In this moment, she truly had a lot to cheer for.
It's been a lot over the past year, a lot of highs and lows. I think it makes you really appreciate the good things in life.
At U.S. Bank Stadium, Marielle Mose, WCCO News.
Savan Hart grew up without much, as he says, but he always had football. Mike Mack shares the story about how the game is keeping him away from a dark future.
He is home here on a football field on a day that begs for football. The fall in Minnesota, and it's not lost on Savan Hart's coach.
An amazing opportunity to inherit. You know, you walk into a program and you say, I get to work with that running back.
This is what he means by that. Savan Hart has been putting on a show. He is becoming a hot topic because few can do this, and he does it with vengeance.
Yeah, it's been think I'd say I'm not so much running angry, I've been running with a purpose.
But you see, this is not the story of someone who has fast-tracked. He grew up in less than ideal circumstances.
We were working on some different things with him, and I said, can you talk to me a little bit about some of the things that you've had to overcome growing up? And he's like, on a daily basis, poverty.
He grew up learning to get around on his own without a family car.
Metro was the usual transit, and didn't have a car too much growing up, but got around as we could. Got a car when probably like 4th grade.
And he grew up with a cousin who was like a best friend, Marcelino Lopez. That's where the story gets more difficult. Lopez was convicted 3 years ago of murder when he sought revenge on a former girlfriend. He's in prison for life, and Hart remembers the day.
Yeah, he was with us that morning. One thing led to another. Some things could have been said to stop it, but yeah.
So he runs to make sure he does not follow that road, and he stays in touch with his cousin with phone calls from prison.
It's been affecting me ever since that day, but I still get to talk to him on the phone, and he tells me to just keep your head up, keep in football, and stay in school.
It has been coming together for him at STA. Life as a cadet, his family a big part of it. His football goals beyond high school.
Graduate, but mainly what I want to do is go play college football and, never know, go to the next level from there.
Because attention is coming from colleges all over, and there are debates. Is he the best the state has to offer at this position?
The challenge for him is, we know you're a great runner. Can everyone look at you at the end of the year and say you're a very, very good running back and a top-end running back in the state? And I think the answer is becoming yes from a lot of the college guys.
And on this picturesque fall day, he is reminded that life can be good, and this sport has helped give him that opportunity.
I know how important it is to me and how far it can take me, so I've just got to dedicate it all.
Still ahead, one Stillwater business is serving more than just drinks to the community. We'll tell you how it turned an alley into a work of art.